Welcome to Stuck, Time to Improv. I'm Mary Scott with Business Riff, and I'm so excited today. We have Mathew Hrappstead from BubbleUP Marketing.
I'm Mary Scott.
And he's going to tell us how to find a marketing unicorn. Matthew, tell us about BubbleUP and what you do there.
I'm with BubbleUP Marketing and Design. We are a local Edmonton marketing company here in Alberta, Canada. We've been around for just over 18 years now, and we are an agency of about 20 staff that specializes in B2B strategy. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about was kind of just things to look out for when hiring an agency. And I guess, kind of the expectations that you have as a business owner and what that kind of looks like and what you should be getting as a result.
That is so important. People need to know what questions to ask, particularly when their dollars are limited. As a startup, the marketing person helps make you money, the accountant helps you keep most of it, and the lawyer keeps you out of trouble. So you need the marketing to make those sales. So tell us, what do people need to know?
One of the first things that I think every organization needs to start on is their ideal customer. But a lot of business owners kind of assume or think that, hey, like just because I sell a product and everyone can buy it, that I should try to sell to everybody. And in the digital space, it's really expensive to try to sell to everyone. So usually you lose a little bit on the profit side of things trying to compete with other organizations. So really narrowing into, okay, what makes a customer successful that I work with? And how do I get more of those customers? So what is their age demographic? What is their communication styles? What kind of platforms are they on? Those are kind of the questions you got to start with. And then the second piece is, okay, so how am I communicating with my clients now that I know who they are? What's my strategy for actually going after them? So strategy is kind of like the second piece to that. And actually planning your strategy out for the next 6 to 12 months. A lot of marketing sometimes just kind of happens happenstance where we react to what's happening instead of proactively create. And I think a lot of business owners then struggle with time management on getting all of that out there.
And particularly for startups with small budgets, do you want to talk about the difference between organic marketing and paid marketing?
So organic is a loaded term nowadays. My biggest thing for startups is network.
And follow up. Yes.
Exactly. Because it's really hard to establish yourself without networking. They always kind of say, if you want to go somewhere fast, to do it alone. If you want to go far, do it together.
Now, everybody needs a team and that consistency. Until your brand is established, you are your brand.
Exactly. So, and that really comes with knowing your audience, is to getting to brand awareness. And that's why I always say, if you start on your target audience and see what makes your business successful for that specific group of people, then you start to create a group that kind of follows you around, right? Gary Vee is a perfect example of this. He built a community way before he ever actually got into marketing and advertising. He had, Wine Library, and he had a lot of fans that kind of transferred over and said, hey, this guy's doing great things. And then he's just continued to continually build his community. So now pretty much anything that he does, people want to follow and be a part of that. So I think that's kind of the big goal with a lot of startups in general, is to try to create that community so that, wherever they go, people follow.
Of the most popular social media platforms, do they have particular audiences?
Or each platform has specific audiences that are attached to that, and simple Google searches can kind of figure out where. And then things like Facebook and Instagram have Pixel, which helps you narrow down target audience even further. So it's really, really kind of just coming to terms with that.
So what kind of questions should people ask when they're trying to figure out whether they want to hire an agency?
One of the first questions, is, what how do they track their statistics? Like, am I getting a report? What level of communication between the client and the agency is expected? There are some clients that, they're happy with just paying their bills, and every 3 months they kind of just know it's working and you touch base with them. But then there's those clients that, they kind of expect you to wait on them hand and foot. So you're kind of, so clarifying that communication level that you expect. So really those are my two big things going into it, is how do they track, what level of communication can I expect? And then the next piece is it packaged material? Do I need everything in the package, or are they going to break it down and customize it for me? So one of the things that we've been finding is a lot of companies kind of sell it, hey, this is package A for landscaping, and this is package B for restaurants, where sometimes in certain neighborhoods, depending on the food, then like package B has a lot of things that you don't really need in it. So, can I substitute, or how is it tailored specifically to me and my business? That's a big thing. We don't like packages here.
I would expect that online businesses, or people who are selling apps, or people who are selling wearable medical devices, they have a different need for marketing. Their niche is different, but they still have a need for the analytics. And the question is a marketing agency going to assist developing a strategy based on the analytics, or is it just going to be a report and do with it what you want?
I'm glad you asked that, because that's a big thing where some companies is just like, here's the analytics, and then we're just going to keep doing the status quo until whenever. But it's really, marketing is very fluid, and you kind of constantly have to change with it. So all of your ads and stuff like that should actually be based off of your analytic results. If you're seeing terrible results and you don't know why, or they're different from last year, that's when it's time to kind of take a deep dive and look at that. One of the things that we do a little differently than some other agencies, and I'm not saying all, but we start off each of our client prospects with a strategy session, so that we can kind of know and gauge what they can expect, and give them real results. So one of the things with marketing, and I mean with anything in sales related, is a lot of people kind of promise you the moon and then give you the sand. So realistic expectations are also another big thing. Especially depending on the budget. Some people are like, hey, I have this much money to spend, but I want to take over Western Canada in this space. And then it's like, yeah, but the people that are in that space are spending this much. So you got to kind of meet them in the middle with expectations. So, if you ever feel like you're being promised too much, I mean, you probably are. And,
that's good to know. If you're being promised too much, you probably are. Can people get references from marketing agencies, or should they go look at the website that their other clients are doing?
Yeah, so a lot of it with websites, obviously they'll always have, their top clients on there. Asking for a reference and saying it not be one of those top 5 clients is also another way, if you're like a really skeptical person. Because then, if they only have the 5 clients or something like that, then might be worth looking further. But yeah, most agencies, I feel like, will have clients that have given them the rights to give a referral.
Okay. Well, this has been really helpful. Thank you so much, Mathew Hrappstead from BubbleUP Marketing in Canada, because marketing is marketing, whether it's in Canada or any place else. Thank you again. And this is Mary Scott from Business Riff, and join us again for Stock Time to Improv. Bye.